First thing then, into this game, 1-0 lead at the moment. How do you see the game set up at half-time, effectively?
Still tight. It was a tight game at our place. We managed to get the win, but we're going to go down there positive. We know what it's like down there. We went down at the beginning of the season, and it was a hard game. I think sort of their crowd gets behind them. So we've got to just go down there believing we can get something, and we'll go there to win the game.
It's an interesting position at 1-0, isn't it? Because you think, well, you're ahead, but Luton will think, well, 1-0 and we're at home, we'll fancy it as well. So I wonder who goes into it on the up the most, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, speaking to a couple of their lads after the game, they definitely fancy the chances still. So and that's not a bad thing for us. We can go down there. We're still underdogs. People don't fancy us, you know. So we can go down there. The pressure's on them really to come and attack us, and hopefully they'll leave gaps, and we can exploit that.
It's a tough and horrible ground to play at, isn't it? The crowd know how to make a racket and to get behind their team, to get on the opposition as well. What's it like to play down there? How difficult is it?
It is, yeah. I mean, I've played there a couple of times in the league as well, and I'd say it's up there with Millwall. The way the fans they really sort of anti the opposition. You know, when you're coming out the tunnel, you don't have to get a bit of stick in all game, and it's quite a horrible place. But I don't mind that personally. I quite enjoy that. It sort of gets you going, and hopefully we can use that.
Lots at stake as well over the case of just 90 minutes, and a place at Wembley at stake is huge.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tell us that. We're going to go there. We know what it means to the club and the fans and the players as well. It's a lot of lads haven't had the chance to play there. Me personally, I was involved in the squad then and never made the bench. So that was when I was like 19. So I've never been back since. So it'll be great.
Yeah. So what would it mean to you then to get there and play on that turf?
Well, at this point in my career, you know, I got there at 19, involved in it, but never actually got on the pitch. So when you get to this age, you start to think, am I ever going to get another chance? You know, and I've come this close, and so it's I'm going to give it me all, and I'm sure the rest of the lads are to get there.
You had a little bit of a sort of a breather on Tuesday, coming off the bench. Do you feel ready and up for it for Saturday?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, like you just said there, you shouldn't need any motivating to get out there on Saturday. So it's I know all the lads are really looking forward to it.
What about it for the club and for the town? What sort of game is this on Saturday?
Well, I mean, everyone you speak to involved in the club and the fans especially are just desperate for a bit of success, and you know, I think it's been 24 years, has it, since the last at Wembley. So for us to be the team, what gives the fans a day out there, you know, it'll mean a lot.
What's been the banter like in the dressing room? Have you been talking about it a little bit and thinking about it?
Well, you know, you try not to, but there's no hiding the fact that it is there. You know, the lads are thinking about it. It's but we focused on the game. You know, we're not thinking about Wembley. We're thinking about Luton on Saturday, and we know it's going to be tough. So we've got to go there with a sort of strong mentality and a bit of a siege mentality, really, that they're not going to beat us.
The single goal came from Danny Mitchley. You always like to score yourself as a striker, but I bet you were delighted to see that go in for the youngster.
Yeah, I mean, he's improved as every game he's played. You know, you can see since he's worked hard since he's come in. He's worked hard off the pitch as well in the gym and things to get stronger. And I think his goal showed that, the way he turned and slotted it in. So yeah, I was really happy for him.
He says that he likes playing alongside you. That there is some sort of connect there. Do you feel that as well?
Yeah, I mean, we linked up against Chasetown. That was sort of one of our first games. He got the goal, and again, so yeah, I mean, if I can't score them, I'm happy to create them as well.
Finally, back at Wembley, you hope that this isn't going to be a last chance. You are getting towards the end of your career. Does that make you more determined as well, that you're going to get there before you do have to quit the game?
Yeah, I mean, I said it's been a long time. I was 19 last time I had a chance to get there, so I won't say how long it has been, but yeah, at this point in my career, to get there now would be fantastic for me. And
what's your message to the fans that will be going down there Saturday morning?
Yeah, just back us, really. We're going to go there and give it our all. We've got to go down there and stick together, and hopefully we can all celebrate after the game.
Okay, Ashley, Saturday down at Luton, it's always a tough place to go, and it's always a big game there. This one's mightily big, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. This game's massive for us in this season, and it's given us something to really aim for towards the end. Luton, as you say, it's not the best place to go. I've been there on loan, and it is a bit of a daunting place, and they've got a good team, but I think at the minute I think all the lads are gelled together and we're all confident. I think we believe in ourselves and we want to get to the final.
Yeah, you're probably going into this game perhaps in the best form of the whole season, and that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. I think it's important that like you get the lads together, and I think it's been like a part of the season where we've had like not many changes. I think the lads that have been around the place have stuck around the place. The lads that have been involved are staying involved, and I think that helps a lot. And yeah, it's good form.
And what about yourself at the moment? How do you feel your game's going?
I'm happy to be playing. I'm happy to still be in the team, and I think it's going well. I'm happy with my performances. I'm always trying hard. I'm always trying hard to improve, and I'm never content with my performances. So I'm always going to drive for better. But at the minute, I'm doing well, and I'm happy. Yeah.
A few eyebrows were raised when Duncan got the job, but I think the results have spoken for themselves, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely. I don't see any problem. The gaffer's been brilliant. The gaffer's like he's put a lot of trust in the boys, and the results have spoken for themselves. Really, I mean, the loss on Tuesday night was very unfortunate, but apart from them, we had a great run of form and stuff. So yeah, it's going well.
What about, let's go back to this chance of going to Wembley. Have you given yourself a chance to think about it, or are you just trying to push it to the back of your mind at the moment?
I don't think you can put it to the back of your mind. I think you've always got to focus on your next game, and that was Tuesday night. But wow, the thought of Wembley is amazing. We've still got a game ahead of us before we get to Wembley, but it's always in your mind. And I think if you believe and you've got it there, I think it's always easier for you to achieve your goal. Yeah.
What does Wembley Stadium mean to you as a player, and I suppose as a football fan as well?
I think Wembley, as well as an English lad, I think for anyone is one of the best stadiums to play at in the world. I think it's a monumental thing to get to Wembley and to play there. Everyone will remember it, and everyone wants to be there to watch it. Everyone wants to play there, so you can't complain. If we get there, it's going to be massive. Go
into it on the back of a one-goal lead. I mean, that was a superb performance in the first leg, wasn't it?
It was a great performance. It would have been handy if we got another goal just to sit a bit more comfortably. But as you say, we'll go down there and we've got to do a job. A win, I think a win is possible, but if we've got a draw, it's enough. It's going to be enough down there. No away goals count in this competition, so it's all good.
We're expecting hundreds of Stags fans to go down. All season, the away support has been fantastic. What's your message to them?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. I've always said that the away support is one of the best away supports I've seen. No matter where we go, there's a lot of faces there. So I'd like to say, like, well done, and please come and support us on Saturday.
When you get up on Saturday morning, do you think it'll feel a little bit different?
It's going to feel different. There's going to be a few nerves rattling around in my stomach, but that's anxiety. That's good nerves, and it's just going to be the excitement to get on the pitch and hopefully do well and get us through to the final.
Okay, then, Paul, we spoke last week and you said that the aim was to go down there with a lead. That part one done, now time to achieve part two.
Yeah, different mindset altogether, but we want to just go out there and do the same things. We want to go out there and make sure that we're still 0-0 in our own minds, so that we're not trying to protect anything and we're still trying to get ourselves down that A4 or 6.
There's always that danger, isn't there, when you take a lead, that you think defensively, probably you don't mean to do it, but subconsciously you start doing it.
Well, yeah, but you're in front, aren't you? You're in front, so that's the one thing that we have to get into the players. You know, it's 0-0. Don't think about the scoreline, right? Because they're going to come at you. You're away from home, so let's just play your normal game.
Is it a case of first 20 minutes, really frustrate them and start getting their fans on their backs a little bit?
Well, that's what you do anyway. That's your normal procedure in a football match. You know, you try and just weather the storm, try and get yourself off to a good start, try and make sure that you get off to a good tempo. And if you can do that, you set yourselves up for a good game.
It's an interesting scenario. The players admit that on Saturday morning when they get up, it'll feel different. It'll feel a different game. You've got to make them feel as if it's just another normal game for them.
Well, that's what it is. It's just another normal game, isn't it? The dimensions remain the same. You're away from home. Yeah, we know that we score goals. We just got to keep reminding them of the good things that they do. They always do good things. They can score goals away from home. They are a good team. We've lost 5 in 21. You know, these are the stats that are there for us. So it's just a point of going out there on Saturday and making sure that we bring the result home that we want to bring.
On Tuesday night you had a chance to have a look at some of the players that probably haven't played as regularly recently. Have some of them players forced themselves into your reckoning?
Well, yeah, I mean they've come along. You know, they had a great first half. You know, all of them. Couldn't see it through, but those boys are there, and we just had to show to ourselves and show to them that they were good players and they did put themselves out there. First half they were brilliant. Second half we couldn't really see the job out, but they've put themselves forward, yeah, but it's a big squad, and sometimes we need a big squad.
It was a pressure cooker atmosphere down there in the league. You weren't here at that time, but I'm sure you've heard the reports. Is it a case of trying to put a lid on that this time rather than let it boil over like it did last time?
It'll probably be more of a pressure cooker down here this week because there's so much at stake. Luton won't want to lose to us because of their history, and we're in front, so they're going to want to come at us, but we're not there to make up the numbers. We've got ourselves a lead. We want to go to Wembley just as much as what they do, if not more, because they only brought 300 supporters down the other day. Shows really that they may want to do it in the league a little bit more. Having said that, it's going to be a pressure cooker situation. It's just who deals with it the best. It's always a difficult ground to get to, first of all, and then a difficult game to play there always. When you come through, and if you get through and get to Wembley, that shows you fully deserve to be there. It really does, and I think the players have got the character to get there. I really do think that, and I really do feel that, and we'll just be concentrating on getting those players down there. We'll prepare right and make sure that those players have got the best preparation possible. And what about for you? Biggest game so far of your life on Saturday? Yeah, definitely. I think it's the biggest game of anybody's lives. The next game always is. I've played in big games before, but this next game now becomes the biggest game of my whole career, of my whole life, because it's from a different perspective, and it's another one that I want to win. Do you wish you were out there? I really do. In fact, I'm sharpening up my studs. I've got a file in the changing room, so I'm sharpening them up. So hopefully I can punch Ashley Cain's in the stomach and give him a little bit of a belly bug. What about the squad? Is it looking good for Saturday? Yeah, it's looking okay. Yeah, the lads are in good spirits, and it's the greatest chance. They should all be looking forward to it. I know we are, and the whole of Mansfield should as well. It should be a brilliant finale, shouldn't it, to what has been a frustrating season. I think that's probably the right adjective to use for it for Mansfield. It's been frustrating, but what I believe in is football. For me, makes me smile because it's life, and if I did, I wouldn't be in football if it didn't make me smile. So as frustrating as it is, it's important to get a smile on your face and enjoy it. And I always say that to the players. Really, just try and enjoy it. Football shouldn't. It's our lives, but we should smile because we're gonna end up having heart pills otherwise, aren't we? So you might as well just try and see if you can enjoy it. So you'll have the biggest grin at 5 o'clock if Mansfield do the job. I hope so. I hope it's not upside down.
That first 15 minutes on Saturday is going to be hell on earth, isn't it? Really? Yeah,
it is. I've been to hell before. And it can be hell on earth, but they're going to try and make it as uncomfortable as they can for us. But we've had our chance to do it to them, and hopefully we can just go down there and we can weather that storm.